Beijing, Sep 2025. Cameras are flashing, leaders are shaking hands, and the world's eyes are on China's latest global summit. A hot mic picks up a private conversation between two of the most powerful men on Earth: Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Both 72 years old, caught talking about something most of us have secretly wondered about. How long can humans really live? Putin leans in and says, "Biotechnology is making advances. There'll be constant transplants of human organs, and maybe even people will grow younger as they age, even achieving immortality. It could be that in this century, humans might be able to live to 150 years old," Xi predicted with a smile. It sounds like science fiction, but is it really? Could organ transplants in modern medicine actually push humans toward a future where lifespans double or even become endless? Let's explore. Organ transplantation is one of the biggest breakthroughs in modern medicine. It's the process of taking a healthy organ from one person and placing it into someone whose organ has failed. Think of it like replacing car parts. Your engine fails, you swap it out. Your brakes wear down, you replace them. Today, over 150,000 organ transplants happen globally every year. From kidneys and hearts to livers and lungs, transplantation is already extending millions of lives. And continued advancements in medicine and technology mean transplanted organs are lasting far longer in people now than before. Some patients have had a kidney transplant that has kept working for more than 50 years. So, for those suffering with a failing organ, transplants can be life-saving and life-extending. But unlike cars, human organs aren't simple parts. They carry DNA, blood vessels, immune responses, and are incredibly complex to replace. For people trying to combat aging, organ transplants are too risky, expensive, and come with serious limitations. The major worry with these operations is organ rejection. Without intervention, the immune system attacks the transplanted organ as a foreign invader. Immunosuppressant drugs, developed in the 1980s, enable clinicians to manipulate the body's immune defenses to accept the new organ. But the same powerful drugs that block organ rejection by suppressing immunity also significantly raise the risk of bacterial, viral, and fungal infections, which can be severe and life-threatening. Immunosuppressants typically have to be taken for life and can also cause side effects like diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and even cancer over the long term. Putin and Xi may be talking about having multiple organs transplanted, and perhaps repeatedly. And to transplant every organ in your body, you'd be taking about 100 gallons of immunosuppression every day. To overcome these problems, scientists are working on making rejection-free organs, using genetically altered pigs as the donors. They use a gene editing tool known as CRISPR to remove some of the pig genes and add certain human genes to make the organ more compatible. Breeding special pigs for this is ideal, say experts, since their organs are roughly the right size for people. There have been 2 men who received gene-edited pig hearts: David Bennett, 2022, and Lawrence Fawcett, 2023, both at the University of Maryland Medical Center. But they both passed away within months of their transplants due to complications like rejection and infection. Another man, Richard Slayman, received the first genetically modified pig kidney transplant in 2024 at Massachusetts General Hospital and was discharged to his home, marking a positive milestone for the field. Another avenue being explored is growing brand new organs using our own human cells. Stem cells have the ability to grow into any type of cell or tissue found in the body. No research group has yet been able to make fully functional, transplantable human organs, but scientists are getting closer. Another problem with using organ transplants to live longer is that our bodies become less resilient as we age. It's harder to bounce back after surgery, withstand physical stressors, and fight infections. As it stands, the demand for transplant organs far exceeds the supply, even for the highest need patients. Worldwide, only about 10% of transplant demand is met, with stark disparities between countries. For many, the process is prohibitively expensive. Transplant costs range between $260,000 US for a single kidney to more than $1 million for a new heart, and that's before the costs of lifelong medication. So, organ transplants to extend life are only a choice for richer persons like Putin and Xi, but not even a complete choice. In an organ transplant, first you have to survive it, Then it depends on the organ, but if you're old or frail, you may not recover to baseline. And eventually, you may need another organ. This is not a strategy for longevity. So is there any way to achieve longevity? Alejandro Soto Gutierrez, a professor of pathology, says rather than transplanting organs, he thinks the real future of expanding lifespan lies in techniques that reprogram old diseased organs. Many experts believe that it's much easier to slow down the aging. Scientists can now partially manipulate cellular aging, rejuvenate older tissue, and clear senescent cells that drive inflammation and disease. In the future, we may be able to do it systematically, likely by injecting a cocktail of biologicals. People will get a treatment, and the treatment will erase parts of their aging. Aging will slow, and they will stay healthy for much longer. Transcriptional medicines will be developed faster, and no need for transplantation will exist in the coming years, thus extending the life of younger, fitter organs. That means future of the longevity movement is at the molecular level, not at the organ replacement level. So as intriguing as that hot mic conversation between Xi and Putin was, the truth is clear. Organ transplants won't deliver immortality. Yes, they save lives. Yes, they extend lifespans. But as a pathway to 150 years or forever, they fall short. The real future of longevity may come from genetic breakthroughs, anti-aging therapies, and medicines. Lifespan has grown before. For thousands of years, human lifespan hovered around 30 years old, and with public health measures like sanitation, food safety, vaccines, and clean water, human lifespan more than doubled to 71 by the 21st century. Some countries are having average life expectancy of 86. Right now, there are approximately 630,000 people living in the world who are 100 years old or older. So, when it comes to Xi's predictions, Nir Barzilai, a professor of medicine and genetics, believed that, with investment and action, hitting 150 is possible. I would give Xi high chances of being right, he said. So, what do you think? Will humans reach 150 years this century? Or is it just wishful thinking? Let me know in the comments.